Hello boys and girls, this is Mr. Bedley with lesson 74 from the 4th grade Excel. We're going to be looking at recognizing the true and not true number sentences and selecting the correct symbol for a number sentence. And before we get started on today's lesson, I do have a joke for you on this one. And that is, well, it's not really even a joke, it's a story. It's actually a true story. There was this scientist and he was going through the jungles of Africa. Are there jungles in Africa? Well, anyway, he was going through the jungle and he discovered this very rare type of elephant, and they were very small elephants, and the noses on the elephants were much shorter in length than your typical elephant, and some of their noses were like 10 inches long, some of them were like as long as 11 inches, but none of their noses were 12 inches long. I'm going to tell you why none of them were 12 inches long at the end of the show, so stay tuned. Okay, this is the not equal symbol right here. This symbol right here means see, so it's, you know, like those things that are like not, right? Okay, so equal, not equal. 4 is equal to 4 is a true statement because 4 is equal to 4. That symbol belongs in there because they're the same. 3 is equal to 5 is a not true statement because 3 is not equal to 5. This one is true. This one is not true because that should say not equal to in there. 6 is not equal to 6 is a not true statement also because 6 is equal to 6. That one's not true. And the one they didn't put in here is the hardest one for kids. It's when they put 4 is equal to, no, let's see. 4 is not equal to 7. Okay, something like that. A lot of kids want to put not true for that because they see the not equal sign, so they think not true. Well, 4 is not equal to 7. That is true. That's true. 4 is not equal to 7. Very true. We can't put an equal sign in there because we can't say that 4 is equal to 7. If you are having trouble with the not equal symbol, put your finger over the symbol. Decide which symbol, the equal sign or the not equal sign, is correct. Then lift your finger. No, that should say then lift your finger. If the correct symbol is there, the statement is true. Otherwise, the statement is not true. Number sentences that are not equations are called inequalities. Inequalities. So if it's not true, it's an inequality. Here we go with some sample problems. Not exactly sure why we're starting on number 4. Well, if your paper has like a 1, 2, and a 3 on there, go ahead and do those. Pause the video and do them. If these numbers are just wrong, then we'll just be fine, okay? But let's take a look at some samples here. 4 plus 8. Notice that they solved it right here. That's your show work. And then 7 times 2, of course, is 14. They wrote that right there. And then they look at the symbol on them in the middle. Is 14 bigger than 12? Yes. So we say that that's true. How about this one? 3 times 5, show your work here as 15. 8 plus 7 is 15. 15 is not equal to 15. No, that should say equal. 15 equals 15. So the answer is not true because that symbol is wrong that's in there. All right, pause the video. This shouldn't be too tough for you. Do numbers 6 through 9, and when you do these, I want you to write T or NT, and I also want you to show your work above each one of these little mini equations there, okay? So make sure you show your work and write T or NT. Go ahead and pause the video now, and turn it back on when you're ready for the solution. So you should have written a 13 here, a 12 here. Is 13 bigger than 12? Yes. So that is true. Here you should have written a 21 for 7 times 3 and a 20. 21 is not equal to 20. This is a tricky one. A lot of kids put not true, but that is actually true. 21 is not equal to 20. That's true. 2 times 5 excuse me, is 10. 9 times 1 is 9. Is 10 smaller than 9? No, that's wrong. So we put NT there for not true. 8 minus 2 is 6. 8 times 2 is 16. Is 6 bigger than 16? No, it's not. So that symbol is wrong. It's not true. Alrighty? And then on these, we're going to put the symbols, one of these three symbols in here. So again, 3 plus 6 is 9. You show the work up here. 7 plus 3 is 10. 10 is bigger than 9. And they drew the symbol of one of these three right over here, which happens to be that one, showing that the 10 is larger than the 9. All right, this shouldn't be too tough for you either. Go ahead and pause the video, do 10, 11, and 12. Turn it back on for the solutions. 5 plus 2, make sure you showed your work there, 7. 3 plus 3 is 6. Which one's bigger? The 7 is bigger, so we got to have the alligator eating the bigger number. 4 times 3 is 12. 2 times 6 is 12. Those are the same. We put equal. 9 minus 3 is 6. 8 minus 1 is 7. 7 is larger, so we put the less than symbol. This one's called greater than. This one's called less than because we read from left to right. 7 is greater than 6. 6 is less than 7. All right, we're going to finish off this lesson with the math fact practice. So pause the video, do these as fast as you can, and turn it back on for the solutions. All right, you should have already done the problems. And here are the answers. You want to make sure you pause the video before it shuts down and check all your work. But I'm sure you do want to know the end of my story of these elephants that were discovered, that they had some that the noses were as short as even like 9 inches, and then some were 10 inches, and then some were 11 inches. But none of the elephants had noses that were 12 inches long. You know why? Because if they were 12 inches long, they would be a foot, not a nose, not a trunk. Okay, thanks for watching.